of Arkansas, dozens of people have been working hard, building houses and a new type of community. It's called Return to the Land, and it is a town open to white people only. They are millennials and Gen Z, and this is a new update of age-old prejudice.
What we've done here is establish a place where we have control over who our neighbors are, and that is just for the sake of preserving, our culture.
And that culture, effectively, we're saying this is a white culture, a whites-only place.
White American culture.
But what this sounds like is bringing back segregation. Is that a fair assessment?
It's free association. So we're not trying to keep other people down. This is a small settlement in the middle of the Ozarks.
But they are being kept out, even if...
you don't let everyone into your home.
Around 40 people live here. Hundreds more from across the world have paid to be members. And while the men do the physical labour, the women take care of the children who live here full time. It could be a very loving community if you're part of the community, but if you're black, or if you're Jewish, or if you're gay, you can't be part of that community.
They can have their own communities, and they already do.
You might be wondering how any of this can be legal. Return to the Land is structured as a private members association, which they believe allows them to discriminate on the basis of ethnicity, along with other factors. That has yet to be tested in the courts and may well fail. The Arkansas Attorney General has said his office is now reviewing the matter as a result of our reporting, and that there is no room for racial discrimination in Arkansas or anywhere in a free society.
You hear that? That is the sound of freedom.
Feels really amazing. I cry every time I come here.
Why were these two women interested in the prospect of buying a town in the first place?
We needed to create a space and a place where we could be a village again, a tribe again.
So Renee and Ashley reached out to family and friends, and together they bought what they intend to name Freedom, Georgia, a new black city. The owners hosted the Big Black Campout over Labor Day weekend. Supporters drove in from across the country.
That is our vision, and to be able to pass this land down to my children and to the children that are represented by each of our 19 families as a piece of legacy. We're hoping to create legacy.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back. I know, but hey, I'm here now, right? So we're just going to catch up on a video that seems to be going viral, and it's about that white community up in the Ozarks that they just don't want anyone else other than white folk. Now, to me personally, I could care less. Honestly, I really don't care whatsoever. You do what you want to do, right? And it's amazing to see how many. Now there's not too many. There are a lot of black people who are upset about it, which doesn't make any sense to me, because there are also a lot of other black folk who just want white people to go away. Just look it up on TikTok or whatever your Insta reels are and whatnot. There's a lot of people who are just of the melanated type who just see the white man as the bad guy. And it doesn't matter what a white person does, whether it's just something that they themselves keep to themselves, or they might share their own opinion about something, and then all of a sudden they're just right? And it's crazy to see the hypocrisy, because as you also saw was that back in 2020 during COVID, and I remember this story, but a lot of people seem to have forgotten. But of course, recently, because of the Ozark white only community is gaining more, it's getting more people. More people are becoming aware of it. But was the Freedom Town over in Atlanta, Georgia, and I remember seeing that when it first came out, and I was like, okay, go ahead, do it. I mean, I'm not going to move there. I don't want to be in a white only or black only community. That's just not, I'm definitely not. But hey, they can do what they want to do. And last I saw, the community is still there. As far as the growth, however, I think it's kind of stagnant at the moment, and they're working on trying to uh, continue building like establishments and such, roads and whatnot. But hey, they got the land, they got support, and they're doing it right. And no one really, like, of course, as with everything, someone's always going to boohoo, whine, and cry about what someone else is doing, right? But like I said, I could care less. If they got the money, they got the land, and it's legit. I mean, so why not? Why are you upset about it? You're not being forced to live there. But again, you just can't fathom the idea that white people want to be separated from you guys. And can you blame them? We've already seen, or we continue to see rather, black fatigue, well, ghetto fatigue, because not all black folk are the same. Not everyone acts like they don't have any home training or anything. But you got a lot of ghetto fatigue out there, and it's ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense. And they always want to say, oh, it's because of the white man this and it's because of the white man that. No responsibility. They don't want to do what's right because it's what's supposed to be done. They just rather, instead of acknowledging the fact that, hey, I was wrong. Oh, the black man's keeping us down. Oh, we don't have black excellence, or we need more blacks this, and they're kicking us out the workforce. But then you see that at the same time, black educated females have the highest student loan debt. You also have a lot of black females with no fathers. They're single black females, single mothers with multiple children, living out on the government dime and saying that that's what they're owed. And they pass that down generationally. Well, of course, now that's all coming to an end thanks to Trump and his administration, because why not get out there and work like the rest of us? And of course, it's not just black people who are on EBT and such like that. It's a lot of other Hispanics and whites who are on there too. It is. And of course, like illegals. It's crazy, right? Side note, the Democrats try to say, oh no, illegals they're not drawing EBT or food stamps, and now they're out here, who was Letitia James, trying to sue the Trump administration from preventing, because they want to take a look at the books to see who's been getting food stamps. So it's like an audit, but they're trying to say, oh no, you can't do that. Well, yes, they can. It's federal dollars. And plus, at the same time, you stated that illegals aren't receiving it, but here you are coming out and saying you can't see it because illegals are getting it. It's crazy, right? If you're still a liberal at this point, bless your heart. Bless your heart. But I want you to see this next clip, and you've probably already seen it already. And it's about the jazz festival brawl that broke out, where a couple of older white people were attacked. Now, of course, alcohol was involved, and we always know that there's more to the story than what we get online. But did they really deserve? Did they really deserve to be knocked out cold? Did they really deserve that? And then not only that, but then they were highly outnumbered. And yeah, take a look for yourself.
A verbal altercation on the sidewalk. At one point, a man wearing a white shirt appears to slap the man in the red shirt. Then others jump in. As fists fly, one man falling to the ground, repeatedly kicked and hit for nearly a minute. Some in the crowd attempt to break up the fight. Moments later, it appears a man punches one woman in the face, knocking her to the ground. Lying still for nearly 10 seconds, blood spilling from her mouth until another woman helps her. Cincinnati's mayor releasing a statement Monday saying in part, quote, "I am outraged by the vicious fight that occurred downtown. It is horrifying to watch, and this unacceptable and disgusting behavior is intolerable in any part of our community." The shocking videos rapidly spreading on social media and instantly becoming a political flashpoint. Vice President J.D. Vance weighing in.
What I saw is a mob of lawless thugs beating up on an innocent person.
J.D. Vance's half-brother, Corey Bowman, is running to unseat Cincinnati's current Democratic mayor. Bowman releasing a statement calling for the resignation of the city manager over the weekend. As the videos and the controversy continue to catch fire on the right, some posting angles with captions focus on the race of those involved. Elon Musk posting on X saying, quote, "That guy almost killed this woman." An assistant attorney general saying, quote, "Our federal hate crimes laws apply to all Americans." The videos reviewed by NBC News do not show what led up to the fight, but police say they've already filed charges against 5 people as the investigation continues.
Anyone who put their hands on another individual during this incident in an attempt to cause harm will face consequences.
Ladies and gentlemen, this Cincinnati brawl is out of control. I saw it going around the internet over the weekend, and obviously I'm still on vacation trying to be. And so I didn't want to comment on it until today, which is Monday, a working day for me. And so I just had to throw it out there, man. Can I say the quiet thing out loud? Can I say the quiet thing out loud? Why do we not see the reverse of these incidents? Somebody may argue, well, I don't know, 50, 60 years ago, 70 years ago, maybe there was a reverse. But in my entire lifetime, I have not seen the reverse of this type of behavior. It's not one time have I seen white people beat up black people like this. I mean, I get it, bro. I haven't seen the full video, and I'm not going to say who started it. But what I can see is who was way more aggressive and who will probably go to jail for the way they acted.
At this time, we have victims and suspects identified, and we have charged 5 people in this offense. I'm not going to release that information to you. I will say, if individuals were down there and participated in this event, it would be in their best interest to come turn themselves in at one of our police districts. We have 5 we have charged and anticipate more. Let me be clear. Anyone who put their hands on another individual during this incident in an attempt to cause harm will face consequences. I don't care which side of the incident or the fight they were on. If they place their hands on somebody in an attempt to cause harm, that is unacceptable. This is still an open investigation, and all potential charges are being investigated for everyone involved. All investigative tools and techniques are on the table, including, were some of these individuals overserved at some local establishments? It is clear to us that alcohol played a significant part in this incident. I want to thank every citizen who has come forward and provided us with information. Some of those tips have led to the charges being signed. However, for us to have 100 or so people down there involved in and or watching this event, recording with their cell phones, and for us to get only 1 phone call of this incident is unacceptable in this city. 1 person did the right thing and called 911.
If a person instigates an argument or a fight, Once the person is down on the ground and they're no longer a threat, you have to stop kicking and stomping and beating them, or now you are putting yourself in a position to be the aggressor and now getting charged. Then you go and sucker punch a woman who apparently looked like she was just trying to break up a fight. It was no indication, and I watched the whole video, no indication that she punched anybody, no indication that she hit anybody. And even if she said something, that don't necessitate a guy from the left corner coming up and just sucker punching her. And this is how people lose their whole life to the prison system, is that sucker punching people and they fall and bang their head on concrete and die when it was clearly not a provocation of a person standing to the left that's not engaged in the conflict. You will be charged with murder. So let's look at some video footage, because obviously if you don't know about the situation that happened in Cincinnati, Ohio, after a particular event, I think it was the Cincinnati Music Fest. Watch the video and you tell me if you see the same thing I see. Roll the film.
Yeah, so y'all saw that, right? Saw that and heard that. And that was Brandon Tatum, by the way, just in case you're not familiar with who he is. Check him out on YouTube, Instagram. Great content. I'll put a link in the bio for you as well. But I do agree with him. The brawl was definitely not necessary, in my opinion. Who hit who first? Who started it? What created it? Some of that stuff is going to be slow to come out. Like this popped off over the weekend. As far as in social media, and it's got a lot of attention. It's gotten a lot of attention, but you do see who the most aggressive party was, right? You had two, and apparently there's another story out there about white people getting attacked by black people as well. But this one is the one that's managed to grip the headlines. But you saw how just like what chaotic it was, for no apparent reason. Like it could have been de-escalated quick. And of course, as other people have noted, alcohol was involved. But did it need to get that aggressive? Did a man need to hit a woman who didn't? She was trying to tend to the other guy who was knocked out cold. Did she deserve to be punched and knocked out like that? It's ridiculous. Black people, seriously. When are you going to police your own, right? You have one on camera. Oh, crazy behavior. And instead of going out there, some people did try to intervene and get in and stop it and calm it down and de-escalate and whatnot. But they were overpowered on that as well. Again, you had more people. You had the one person mainly who's gone viral for his clip. There's other clips out there, but he's out there just others too. But seriously, it's sickening to see, and it continues to go on and on and on. And you get mad at the same black people who are out there, possibly defending this, and wouldn't have mind being there and having a slice of it as well, are the same ones who are upset about the white only community up in the Ozarks. Why? You can tell the aggression, and of course, alcohol can play. Alcohol can definitely make you aggressive, depending on the type of drinker you are with it. Not everyone behaves as violent, rather. But whatever, it's why? You already got black fatigue, and then you're going to go out there and just openly just punch a group of white people just because they may have said something to you. Why do you own that word, the N-word? Why do you find yourself emotionally attached to that word? Because you were programmed to, and you continue to let it trigger you. Why? If that was said, of course, as time goes on, eventually we'll find more and more out. But was that necessary? So instead of you taking the higher road, why not just, why not avoid a felony? Why be another statistic? You say Black Lives Matter, but Black folks, you're not even policing your own community. They're out here in the streets. I've seen and heard people who have moved out of certain living areas, whether it be neighborhoods or apartment complexes, because too many Black people have come in and like made it unbearable to live in. I've seen a lot of police videos. I've been watching a lot of police videos, and hey, I encourage you all to get out there on YouTube and start looking at them and see what I see. And hey, thank BLM for the body cams, because it sure is showing a lot. It ain't what they wanted to be captured, but it is what it is, right? And be thankful for it, because you will see the chaos that a lot of the ghetto Black people bring. It's insane. And they pass it on to their next generation, along with their EBT. Well, no longer EBT, because Trump, he's ending that that nice little ride for him. But regardless, is ongoing in the community. And again, as Officer Tatum stated, I've yet to see the reverse. With all the social media, people quick to pull out their cell phones, I have not seen the reverse happen. I have not seen a brawl where white people attack and outnumber Black people. I've not seen that. And of course, like, nobody wants to give the white person any type of they want to ignore them because, hey, you're white, and your people enslaved our people, totally ignoring the fact that Black slave owners existed, and Blacks sold their own, Africans sold their own so regardless of that, and then oh yeah, check I want you guys to check this out. This is, and again, it does not matter what position you hold as far as your career position, right? You can have all your PhDs, doctorate degrees, whatever. You can be a lawyer, whatnot, and still lack decency. It's pathetic, and it's from the most educated out there. I want just, and hold on a second. Let me get this up real quick. Okay, so again, the Cincinnati council member and president pro tempore, Victoria Parks, said she's grateful for the beatdown by a Black mob against white people at the jazz festival. And this is, for those of you who aren't able to watch, who aren't watching right now, she says they begged for that beatdown. I am grateful for the whole story. And other people who, they responded to her and told her that was, one person was like, you are on city council and you make a statement like this? Seriously. No, where's your professionalism? You didn't have to say anything, but you have such a stinking hate for white people that you just could not hold yourself back. You just had to go out on social media. You just had to go out social media and post that horrible comment. And then, I think, aren't you also, I don't know if she's up for re-election or whatnot, but regardless, when she is, this is going to come back and bite her in the arse. Like, seriously. An elected official out here making such disgusting comments. And then you wonder again, why is there a white community in the Ozarks? White only community at that. Because they're tired of y'all. They're tired of the deplorable ghetto behavior. They've tried living in their own communities, in gated communities. They've tried that. But, they decided to take a step further. Why not? Some gated communities are as well. Again, it doesn't matter what your degree is in, because they will always put their degree in ghetto first. Literally. They will. Look at Jasmine Crockett. Came from money. Okay? Went to a prestigious private school. And she's out there sounding like, what? Ghetto Crockett. It's crazy. But hey, that's all I got for you guys. Again, appreciate you all stepping in. And I know it's been a while, but hey, check me out on Instagram. I post a whole lot more on there. It's just more convenient for me. So check it out. Don't forget to hit that like. And hey, let me know in the comments what you think about this. Would you move to a segregated community? Is that something that's up your alley? Or are you just like, nah, man, I like being diverse. I like my diverse community. I like having, a lot of different colors in the neighborhood type thing. Let me know in the comments what you think. Don't forget to share. Follow me on Instagram. Stay prayed up. God bless. Check you guys out on the next one.